I'm Suganthi from the Department of English, who is here to talk about the tools of literary research. Tools of literary research. Under tools of literary research, today we can discuss about amelioration, pejoration, jargon and paradigms. Learning objectives. It depends on research methodology. A student can understand the nuances research methodology and tools used for doing research, especially language. Learning objectives. A student can understand the nuances of research through the research tools, and especially it is so helpful for research methodology. Research tools. Research tools can be defined as vehicles that broadly facilitate research and related activities. It enables researchers to collect, organize, analyze, visualize and publish research outputs in a professional way. Amelioration, pejoration, jargon and paradigms deal on the research language. The above are the tools chosen for explanation that is used for writing research papers or research documentation. They are related to language used for research. Amelioration, it is the process by which the meaning of the word or the meaning of the word improves or become elevated, coming to represent something more favorable than it originally refers to. Amelioration is the upgrading of elevation of the word's meaning as when a word with a negative sense develops into a positive one. It is also called as elevation. Examples are the adjective pretty. It comes from the Old English prading, that is West Saxon, pradi Kentish, priding Mercian, which meant cunning, skillful, artful, wily and astute. In the change from Old English to Middle English, prithee by 1400 had come to mean manly and gallant, and then it is shifted to attractive, skillfully made and then to fine, and then by the mid-15th century came to mean beautiful in a slight way. So, these are the words which has old meaning and the elevated meaning. So, we have pretty. In the olden times it was cunning, then now elevated meaning is attractive. Fond, foolish and affectionate. Governor, pilot, head of a state. Dogged, dog-like, and now it is determined. Minister, servant, now it is head of a ministry. Then we have the second tool of writing or the language. It is nothing but pejoration. It happens when a word's meaning becomes more negative. It is the process by which a word meaning worsens or degenerates, coming to present something less favorable than it originally did. Then, pejoration is the downgrading or depreciation of a word's meaning as when a word with a positive sense develops into a negative one. It is also known as deterioration or degeneration. The examples are notorious came into English in 1548 and initially meant publicly known. It comes from medieval Latin notorious. During the 17th century, it began to acquire a negative connotation from its frequent association with derogatory nouns. It is now known as famous or well-known, typically for some bad quality or deed. The words here will definitely explain. The word silly is had the original meaning happy and now it is foolish. Knave, boy, dishonest person. Villain, worker at a villa, wicked person. Cunning, skillful, sly. Disease, discomfort, illness. Third tool of research will be paradigm, especially used as a technique in writing. So, paradigm is a world view or a set of assumptions about how things work. Paradigm as a pattern or example of model or a model. A paradigm is a standard perspective or set of idea. It is a way of looking at something. When analyzing literature, the critic or the reader is immersed in the view of the world and the author embraces or the culture embraces or the literary period embraces and perceives characters and events through the author's paradigm. Theoretic framework and the worldview is nothing but the literary paradigm. At the same time, the critic or the reader brings to the work their own paradigm or their own structure or their own technique to which the other paradigm is compared or against which it is measured or under which it fails. In literary analysis, the paradigm presents informs the critical and interpretative assessment of the work. Then we have jargon, which is related to diction or the particular speech skill. Here we have, it is the specialized set of terms and language that is used in a particular context and setting. It is specially common to find jargon in an industry such as in law, medicine, academia, or an art or sport. Jargon is used to provide more efficient communication between members of a certain group, though at times it can also be used to exclude others who are not part of the group or to show one's own belonging to the group. The significance of jargon in literature. An author might use jargon in a work of literature to show that a character is truly a part of the professional that he or she is supposed to have. Next one, jargon can lend an air of credibility and help readers suspend their disbelief. Example, you have Shylock. Daniel, come to judgment. Yeah, Daniel, oh wise young judge, how I do honor thee. Portia says, why, this bond is forfeit. Antonio, stand indebted over and above in love and service to you evermore. The Merchants of Venice by William Shakespeare. This we have the questions related to the topic, the uses of research tools in writing research or research reports. Then the scope and need for research tools to write a research report. Then definition and explanation of amelioration, pejoration, jargon and paradigm with suitable examples. These are the references which we can relate to for further reading. Thank you.